What does it take to run a successful building products company? You know, the kind of company that's going to win over the people who run an operation like this, RoMac Building Supply in Leesburg, Florida. I'm Craig Webb. I'm president of Webb Analytics, and my job is to talk about the trends and the threats and the opportunities facing construction supply. Today, I have gone up to an area just north of Orlando to visit with Don Magruder. He's the CEO of RoMac Building Supply, and he's been in the business 44 years, 26 of them running what is one of the biggest independent building material dealers in the state of Florida. He's got a few ideas about what it takes to be a good supplier. We're going to talk about it right now. We've talked about what it means to be a good sales rep. Let's talk about the manager. Let's think about the person running the operation. Are there particular things that the back office of a supplier needs to be doing in order to win your business?
You know, absolutely. We don't do business with some vendors because they can't keep our billing straight. At RoMac Building Supply, one of our pet peeves is to ever lose a cash discount. In the 20-something years that I've been here, the times we've lost a cash discount has always been because of a vendor failure to properly bill us. And we're very much sticklers on how we control our inventory. So vendors that can't do a proper account, can't bill us correctly, we have a problem with it. The other thing is, we like the vendors that come to us and say, well, how would you like us to bill? Now, this sounds foolish, but we're a company and we have our own payables department. Every check is written out just down from my office in Leesburg. And we have 4 or 5 young ladies in there. So if everybody wants to be paid on the 10th, it's not a question of the cash. It's a question of the actual processing of the bills. So we have some of our vendor partners, we said, hey, you can change our terms up, but if we could stagger our dates where we don't have to cut as many checks or whatever, it helps us out. And those vendor partners who have accommodated us on these billing issues just to allow our staff to work with it, that's mattered a lot to us. So how you bill us, when you bill us, making sure that we get our cash discount and make sure it's accurate, it's extremely important to us.
How do you feel about dating as a way to win your business?
We're financially strong. We're more into cash discounts. Dating could be important in some areas, but if you give me a choice between dating and cash discounts, I'm going to take a cash discount.
And on the list of things that matter to you, where does the price of the product figure in?
When we negotiate our contracts for the year and negotiate with vendors, the first thing I tell you is no matter what, supply chain disruption, you're going to honor and keep us in stock. So the first thing is that commitment that we will not run out. And even though we're a relatively small independent compared to all the national people, we never had much in supply chain disruptions through 22, 23, or 21, 22, because for 25 years I've been here, we've had contracts, we've lived up to them, we've done what we said, and people could rely on that. So I think those relationships with our vendors really were solid and kept us in stock. But the first thing we talk about is supply. The builders we supply, we cannot run out. The second thing is we've got to be competitive. Competitive means we've got to be within 1% of everybody else. And that competitiveness then goes cash discounting. It goes to terms when they want to be paid. You know, if you're someone that we have to pay an invoice every 10 days, well, hell, that puts a burden on our payables people, and that matters to us. And then, of course, all the other services, like if we have a problem taking care of that. And then the other thing, we do a lot of we do a Contractor Night, for example. Ours is May the 3rd, and we have this year people who support our marketing efforts. We have a marketing fund that they support. And like this year, we're going to have John Michael Montgomery, but we're going to have 1,500 contractors at our Contractor Night. It's sort of become the contractor social event, but our vendor partners participate. And every one of our vendor partners that participate tell us that that's the best Contractor Night they go to by far, because there are real people there and you can meet and show your product. So the total package, the participation in our CEU programs and what we do, we truly embrace our vendors to work with us, because I go back to this whole thing. It's important to be competitive so we can sell, but it's important that we can provide the information so we can be that source of information to our builders.
I want to thank Don for spending so much time with me today, providing great advice to you on how to be a better building product supplier. You can learn more about RoMac Building Supply by going to www.romacfl.com. That's ROMACFL.com. I also hope that you'll keep tracking what I'm doing at Webb Analytics by subscribing to my LinkedIn reports and getting my newsletter. You can follow me at webb-analytics.com. Thanks a lot, and I hope that we can talk again soon.